So, as I'm sure a lot of you know, there's a new update in GTA Online. It's been about a week since it's released. Um, at the time of this recording, it's been about a week. I wanted to show my mansion when I first got it, but I didn't know if I was actually going to keep that mansion or if I was going to try to grind for another one, which I still am. And I'll get to that in the appropriate time of the video, but in this video, I'm going to show you my new mansion that I bought with the DLC. As I'm sure a lot of you know, you can get 3 different mansions. The first mansion, you can get Devin Weston's old mansion. And those of you that are not familiar with Devin Weston, he is a protagonist in the story mode of GTA. They put his mansion in GTA Online with a few minor changes to the mansion model. So you have Tongva Hills, that's his, and then you have the Richmond Villa, which is actually the most expensive one. That'll be the one that I get next if I decide to. And then you have mine, which is the Vinewood residence. And this one particularly is right next to the Vinewood sign. And I'll show you that in the appropriate part of the video. But I'm right next to the Vinewood sign. So as of right now, I spawned in the agency because I'm going to either drive to the mansion or use my driverless limo. Or no, I'm going to drive to the mansion. I'm going to drive to the mansion because I'm going to wait to show the driverless limo feature. So let's go ahead and do that now. Head outside. And remember, guys, hence the name of the DLC, A Safe House in the Hills. This means we're going up into the hilltop. So, with that in mind, keep in mind that you will have to deal with a little bit of a windy road. Depending on which mansion you get, some of the roads might be a little bit worse than others. Like mine, for example, mine's actually really bad. But let's go ahead and get a car so that we could spawn to the mansion, or drive to the mansion, I should say.
One of your rides? Let me know.
Or better yet, just so I don't have to deal.
I got stuff to do.
Just so I don't have to actually deal with the road. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just take my oppressor down there. So,
MMI, we expect the unexpected.
let me call my insurance to get my oppressor out. Then we'll do service vehicles, go to Terabyte, get the oppressor. Let's wait on the oppressor to spawn here. There it is. Go to set the waypoint. Vinewood residence. There we are. And being that I already bought the mansion already, I pretty much already have been in here, which I'm sure a lot of other GTA players have also been in the mansion, but this is for the people that may not have enough money to buy a mansion yet, who might want to see the layout of the mansion. So that's why I'm doing a house tour, so that you guys can see what all is in the mansion. And as you can see, there's the Vinewood sign right there, and my mansion is right on top of that, right there. But we're gonna do this the appropriate way and go through the gate instead of sneaking. We just go right through the gate. So we'll just go. I actually showed y'all the back side of the mansion, but we're actually gonna go in through the front. So let me get off right here. Let me put this away. Beautiful looking front gate. Beautiful looking nameplate right here. But let's go in. And just like I told you, I'm literally right in front of the Vinewood sign. So you have first floor, garage B1 and garage B2. But we're going to go to the first floor because this will take us in through the front. And then with all of the mansions, you have the garage, and then you have 2 driveway spaces. Each garage holds about 20 cars, so you can hold about 40 to 60. So these are my 2 cars here. I have the Pagani Ignis, which is my Lamborghini. Modded Lambo with Benny's wheels on it. And then I have my Enos Super Diamond, which is my Rolls Royce, also with Benny's wheels on it. Now we go into the inside of the mansion. This is your front door. You got the security guard right here. And I didn't notice this feature of the mansion, but you actually have a little bit of a skylight right here. Which, if you get the Richmond Villa, you have a little bit more skylights, but with mine, you have this one up here. So let's go in. Coming in through the front door, you have complimentary snack dish. Don't mind that screeching, guys. I'll let you guys know what that is in the appropriate time of the video. But that's your snack dish. The AI assistant, which you had 3 different voices you could choose from. I'll get to that in the appropriate time. But for me, I chose Haviland.
May I help you, sir? Do you have a request, sir? Ask away, sir.
So you have fast. When you go to the AI assistant, you have fast travel. You have business production boost, champagne service, host party, public or private, exit via personal vehicle, exit via luxury vehicle, and exit via helicopter, which can be any helicopter. They could either be the Manson helicopter or any helicopter that you own. You could leave and you could actually swap it out and it'll stay on your helipad. Then you have the foyer. Automatic sliding doors. Living room. Your living room. Your kitchen area. Dining room. Then you have your cigar room. Which you can actually sit down and smoke a cigar here. And one thing that I didn't know you could actually do, you actually have a bottle of whiskey you could drink in here. And the little globe right here. So I'm gonna grab some of that. This is your office. Here's a big TV where you can also access your AI assistant. Like I said, for me, it's Haviland. This is your office space with the master terminal. Here you can manage all the businesses you have. Or you could check the security camera. So, if you check the security camera, you have your driveway. Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to try to go in order. So you have your driveway. And then you have the side entrance. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to move the... Okay, so it stops right there. Back at the side door. Side entrance. First floor balcony. So it's basically looking over the gym area. Back garden. Office balcony. There's my little dog, and yes, you could actually get pets now. So I have me a dog. That's my dog there. And then you have the vault door. Basically just looking out the front of your vault. And then you have the inside of the vault itself. So yeah, that's your security camera, that's your office. And then once again, this is my dog. Now one thing I wish they would have done with the pets is I wish they would have given us the option to take the pets with us. Like, you know, you could have them in the car like story mode. You could train them to attack. You could feed them. You could walk them. But unfortunately, no. They just act as a companion just sitting around your house. But you can pet them. So this is my Rottweiler named Bear. And I'm gonna pet him. But yeah, that's pretty much all you can do. So now we're gonna go into the lower level. You can either go downstairs or you could use the elevator. In this case, I'm gonna use the elevator. to go down to the lower level. And down here is where we were before when I looked at the security camera. So down here, starting right here, the most obvious place, this is your trophy cabinet. If you go into this part here, you could push the button for the mansion management, go down to customization, go down to trophies. Now each of the unlocked trophies you've unlocked because you completed something. So if I go down here to my first unlocked trophy, I got this for completing level 100. Or I'll just go through all of them so you guys know. So let me go back up. Hold on. Okay, so you got none. Then you have the Star of San Andreas, where it says unlock all GTA Online trophies. The big one, complete the big score. Hold on. It's acting kind of frozen. I can't go. Okay, there you go. High Achiever. Attain 100% game completion. Centurion. Reach rank 100. Quincy Century. Reach level 500. Millennial. Reach level 1000. 9 figures. Earn 100 million in overall income. Half a bill. Earn 500 million in overall income. Three Comma Club. Earn 1 billion in overall income. Platinum. Unlock 100 platinum pause menu awards. Going pro. Complete all heists as a leader. Criminal mastermind. Complete all criminal mastermind challenges. Nimble fingers. Earn 50 million from heists. Doom Profiteer. Complete 15 acts as a leader during the Doomsday Heist. Clean Sweep. Steal 150 million from the vault during the Diamond Casino Heist. Beachfoot Bonus. Steal 50 million in primary and secondary targets during the Cayo Perico Heist. Well liked. Receive 1,000 likes for content you have created. And what I mean by that is if you use the Rockstar creator to create missions, you gotta receive 1,000 likes for content you've created. Entrepreneur. Own 10 businesses. Car connoisseur. Own 250 personal vehicles, which I'm probably somewhere near there, maybe. I gotta look at all my garages and see. but I'm probably close to there. Arena War Legend. Unlock all Arena War trophies. 8-bit Hero. Unlock all arcade trophies. The Collector. Find all items for 7 collectibles. Which I have a collectible scanner on my terabyte, so I might use that to try to get this trophy right here. Flying Ace. Earn a gold medal in all flight school lessons. Adversary Alpha. Win 100 adversary modes, which I've got that. Speed Freak. Win 100 races. Distinguished Driver. Reach reputation level 250 at the LS car meet. Long story short, complete any 5 of the following: No Way Out missions, Oscar Gooseman Flies Again missions, Cluckenbell Farm Raid, Project Overthrow, The First and Last Dose, Operation Paper Trail, The Data Leaks, Short Trips, A Super Yacht Life, and Lowriders. Which I honestly don't know why I don't have this trophy unlocked, because I actually did complete the No Way Out missions. I've completed those, and I've completed the Super Yacht Life, and I've completed the Data Leaks. So I'm not really sure why I don't have this trophy unlocked. Veteran. Your character is over 10 years old, which I don't even know how that would be possible, because GTA 6 is going to be out at the time my character is 10 years old, hopefully, because I made this character back in 2021, which means that in 2031 my character will be 10 years old. Spotlight. Have a job featured in a community series. World record holder. Obtained a world record in any race, which, yes, I have. Going places. Complete the tier 4 and 35 areas of the career progress. So yeah, that's the trophy cabinet. And then you have, hold on, go back to customization, go to plaques, No Way Out plaque, complete No Way Out tier 4 and career progress to unlock this. Same thing for money fronts, same thing for Oscar Gooseman Flies Again. So basically all of these you have to unlock tier 4 and career progress to unlock all these. So basically you have a trophy cabinet and a career progress wall. Okay, so there's your trophy room. Now this map I've seen a lot of people asking questions about. Obviously it's a map of all Los Santos. Okay, Now, the biggest question that a lot of people have that don't have the mansion is, what are these green pieces? Are these green pieces properties? Are they points of interest? Well, the answer for that, and I'm going to give a shout out to one of the YouTube channels I watch, Digital Car Addict. Digital Car Addict, he actually mentioned what that map was. I will try to see if I can put the video where he describes that in the description box. Once I edit this video, I'm gonna see if I can put that in there. But all of these green pieces on the map right here, they are actually properties that your character owns. So whether it's businesses, whether it's houses, all of these spots right here, my character owns. So I have the Paleto Bay facility, I have the Eclipse Towers, I have the mansion, I have an auto shop in Strawberry. I have all these properties right here on the map. I think that that's a nice touch. Now, this right here, I don't actually have the car podium, but this is where it would be if I did have one. As you probably heard the door open, or the sound of what would be the door opening. You have a little seating area with some more snacks. Then you have your media room. So you have a big movie theater. And that takes you down to the basement, but I'm not ready for that yet. We actually need to go. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. This is the guest bedroom. This is actually the bedroom that I first thought was the master bedroom, but it's actually a guest bedroom. So this is your guest bedroom. This is your closet, or the guest closet. Then your guest bathroom. Come back out, and you go. Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to make sure we didn't skip any doors, y'all. Okay, no. So we just went through here. And yes, there is a sound. Okay. Here is your arcade room. Which I gotta put more games in here, but this is your arcade. Arcade room. Now, one thing I do want to mention though, because like I said, you could hear that noise, that screeching. That screeching noise is actually not birds. I thought it was birds. I thought it was, like seagulls or anything because we have the indoor spa. No, that is not the sound of birds. Sadly, that is actually the sound of dead rabbits. Apparently, Rockstar has a bug in this update where if you buy this mansion specifically, which again, this is the Vinewood Residence mansion. If you buy this mansion specifically, you have rabbits that like to glitch walk underneath your mansion. And because of that, they get stuck. And because of that, they die, which is why you might hear occasional screeching. So the occasional screeching is not birds. It's actually the rabbits dying because they get stuck underneath the mansion. So, unless Rockstar fixes that bug, if you buy this mansion, that noise can sometimes get a little annoying. It doesn't happen all the time, but majority of the time, depending on what time of the day it is in the game, that noise can get pretty annoying. Okay, so now we will go back this way, starting over here. Over here you have the spa, an indoor pool, so you get in at one end of the pool, and you have the other end. Then right here you could actually change it to a white robe if you want to relax in the spa, and you can change it to a white robe. You have plenty of lounge chairs, so you could lounge in here. Now, this sound that's coming from the spa, these are actually birds. That other sound that you guys heard a few minutes ago, those are the dead rabbits. But these are sounds of frogs and birds and stuff like that. And the reason why you hear the sound of frogs, I will show you once we get outside. But I actually have a pond with lily pads in it, and that's why you hear that noise. But I'll show you that when we get outside. So you get right here. There go some more dead rabbits again. You get right here. If you got low health, you could drink your green juice. Then right here, let me get in there. Right here, you have your personal barber. You can get a makeover here.
Welcome. We use clean needles, mostly.
Then you have the custom tattoo shop. Then coming back out from this door, I know you guys are probably thinking that these doors are two separate rooms. Nope, it's actually just double-sided. You have one door where you come in aiming at the master bedroom closet. So in other words, this would be my closet, because this is my room in the mansion. So your master closet, and then you have the other door where you're coming in from the actual room entrance itself. So you're basically coming in from the other side. So if you come in from this side, there's my closet, and vanity sink, master bedroom, or no, master bathroom, I should say, because we're in the master bedroom. Toilet, shower, then you got this big open space in the master suite. There's your bed. Here's a little seating area. Now, another thing I want to point out about the mansion that I absolutely love about the mansion is pretty much everything in here is accessible. So any chair that you see, you could pretty much sit in any chair, any bar stool. You could have any drink that you see, whether it's whiskey or wine. You know, anything is accessible in here pretty much. And I think that that's a nice touch. Now, because of the way the rooms are and the fact that they have a very similar layout, one way you could tell that you are in the master bedroom or in the guest bedroom is the master bedroom has this, which is your AI assistant panel. So if you have your spawn location as your mansion, you will actually wake up in here, and that is another way you will be able to tell that you are in the master bedroom. So keep that in mind. Whenever you spawn in here, your character will always wake up in the master bedroom. And one way you'll be able to tell, like I said, you have the AI assistant panel in the master bedroom. The guest bedroom does not have it. So, now that I have showed you guys pretty much everything inside except for the basement, we will go outside. So, why don't we start by going to the elevator? Hold on, let me make sure I didn't miss a room though. Okay, yeah. This is the hallway bathroom. So you have the master bedroom, the guest bathroom, and then the hallway bathroom. But the hallway bathroom just has a toilet. It doesn't have a shower. It's just a toilet. So you have 2 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms inside of the mansion. So yeah, now let me find the elevator so we can go back upstairs, because I think it'll be appropriate I go outside from the first floor. So let me go back upstairs. Let me find sliding doors. Okay, so you come from out here, there's two ways you can go down. You can either go down this way or go down this way. But if you go down this way, you have pull-ups or chin-ups. You have the curl-up bar. You have sit-up and push-up. Another sit-up and push-ups. And then you have the bench press. And then you have a view overlooking your back pool, which I'll show you that when we get down there. You have the fire pit. And then, of course, you have the back balcony looking towards the office. And once again, you have my dog there. That's one of the spawn places for the dog. So you got my dog sitting right there. Hey, bear. Good boy. Alright, so why don't we go ahead and... Okay, now I thought there were two staircases, but apparently there's one. Oh no, there is two. It's just all the way back over here. So why don't we go ahead and... Hold on, let me show you this part. Right here. Come this way.
Hi.
You have your security. And then you have the doghouse. So this would be one of the dog houses for your dog, where you could actually buy a dog here, or you could change it. And each dog or different dog color is going to be about 15,000. So there's what Chop would look like. The Rottweiler Chop. There's mine. There's Brindle. There's gray. There's red. And there's light brown. And then, as far as dog choices, you have Husky, black, brown, or white. You have Poodle, which sadly is only white. You have Pug, which is cream, tan, which doesn't even look like a tan. It looks more like a dark gray, but okay. Brown and black. Then you have the Retriever, golden, black, cream, and brown. And I don't know why the Retriever looks sad, but okay. The Retriever looks real sad, and he's got a big, well, you know, I'm sure you guys could see that. Then you have the Rottweiler, which is my dog. Then you have a Shepherd. You've got black, Merle, and brown. Then you have a Westie, which looks more like a Shih Tzu to me. Then you have white, brown, and black. You can also get a cat, but I'm not much of a cat person, so I didn't get one.
Hi.
What's up? Fuck up. So now we go downstairs. Downstairs, you got a bar right here. And I'm trying to think, is this a door or is this a window? No, this is a door. Okay, so this door will take you to the basement, which I'll show that when we get back inside. But you got your bar here. You have a hot tub here. And there's another staircase right there. But then you go further downstairs, and I like how these stairs have a nice rock finish. But this is my favorite part right here, which is why I said you might hear the sound of frogs when you go into your spa. This is your pond. Which I do want to point this out. Whatever mansion you get, they have different additions. So like mine has the pond. If you get the Richmond Villa, it has like a waterfall right here on the rock. It has a waterfall made out of the rocks. And then the Tongva Hills estate, I'm not sure about that one, but I know this one has a pond, and then the other one has the waterfall finish on it. I think that's a beautiful touch, having that pond right there. There's your outdoor pool. There's another bar. Dartboard. Plenty of lounge chairs all around. There's your fire pit. And I think there's supposed to be some kind of stadium down there. Now, I don't know why I'm lagging, like I got stick drift, but hold on, guys. Okay. But yeah, I'm guessing that's supposed to be some kind of stadium down there. I know this particular location is right next to the casino. So you get this mansion right here, you'll be right next to the casino. And then you go back upstairs. Let's see what we got up here. There's another security. There's your window outlooking the spa.
Hi.
Go back upstairs. There's your lounge. Which I don't know if I covered that at first, but there's your lounge. And then back over here to where the dog is. Now there is another addition to the outside. I just need to find my living room so I could show you guys in there. Okay, so this is the living room, and then you take this door. This takes you to the very top of outside. So this would actually be where your yoga part is. The yoga area would be right here. Right. And then because I live at the Vinewood residence, it's only right I live right next to the Vinewood sign. I'm overlooking the Vinewood sign right from the roof of my mansion. And then, of course, you have your helipad with the mansion helicopter. Or, if you would like to, when you go to the AI assistant and you choose to leave from your helicopter, if you have a hangar and you have a helicopter in your hangar, you could swap the helicopter that's in there with this helicopter. Meaning that any helicopter you have in your hangar, you could pretty much bring here and you'll swap places with it. This helicopter will be in your hangar, while the helicopter that's in your hangar will be here. Now, one thing that is kind of unfortunate about the mansion helicopter is it's not like the yacht helicopter where you could drink champagne out of it. It's just got a monitor and just a basic back seat. So that is kind of unfortunate considering that this is the mansion DLC. I thought that they would have put a bottle of champagne in the helicopter like they did when they came out with the yachts, but I'm not complaining though. The mansion's still pretty good. So now that we checked out the outside, now let me show you guys the lower levels, meaning the basement levels. So let's go ahead and go back down. Poor rabbits. I feel sorry for those rabbits. They keep walking under my mansion and dying because they get stuck. Okay, so now we need to go to basement level 1, so let's go down there. So, you come down here. You have this door that will take you back out to the garden, which if you click on that, that'll take you to the door I mentioned earlier, which is this door. So let's go back in. And then this area, which I thought was a nice touch, this area is actually your nightclub area. This is where, if you decide to have a mansion party, whether public or private, this is where part of the party will be. It'll be all throughout your mansion, but if you want to get on the dance floor and dance, this is where it'll be. Then you have the bar,
What's up?
which, because you own the mansion, any drink from the bar is going to be completely free.
Yep.
So, let me see. I'm gonna do a mountain whiskey.
Sure, good old Mount gets the job done. There you go.
So yeah. Now this one, I'm assuming is another bartender. So yeah, you got two bartenders. Let me see. Let me do a Richards whiskey.
Now for you.
So yeah, you got a bar with two bartenders.
I'll see you later.
And look at these bottles up here, guys. Plenty and plenty of bottles up here. Okay, so it's your basement with your nightclub. This is your armory. So if you choose to get an armory upgrade, you can buy all the gear here. Just like the ammunition. So you have a free health pack. You can get armor. You can upgrade your guns to Mark II guns. Everything that you would normally do in both ammunition and any of the weapon workshops, you can get here. Even just like you could do in the agency, you could do that here. So there's your armory. And if you choose to buy a vehicle workshop, I believe it's going to be right here. Right next to it. But I have chose not to get the vehicle workshop because if you buy the vehicle workshop and you want to get the Benny's original Motorworks upgrades or HSW, you have to be a GTA Plus member, which I am not. So I'm just gonna skip out on that. I'd rather go to Benny's itself or go to the LS car meet. I'm not gonna pay the money just to get the membership. Alright. And then now we have basement level 2. And this is actually going to be where your vault is. So you go to basement level 2. That door takes you back upstairs. these doors take you to the garage. So this door takes you to garage B2, which is your second garage, and from the previous floor, which is B1, that'll take you to your first garage. And like I said, I believe each garage holds about 20 cars. So you could have about you could have about 20 cars for each mansion. So if you choose to buy all three, which you don't have to buy just one, you could actually buy all three. So if you buy all three mansions, this means that you would have a total of 60 cars. 20 cars for each mansion. So 20 for the Vinewood residence, 20 for the Richmond Villa, and 20 for the Tongva Hills estate. That'll give you a total of 60 additional cars that you could have in a garage space. And then last but not least, you have your vault. Now, in your vault, the money that is in here is actually the same money that you see for your bank. So any money that you see that you have in your bank is actually the same money that you have in here. So all this money right here, this is all the money that I currently have, which, if you don't want to count all this cash, I have 1,515,091, and all that is converted into cash that I have in here. Now, the higher the amount, the cash will eventually turn into gold, like gold bars instead of cash. But I'm not to that point yet, so right now I just have cash. And then of course, as you've seen in the driveway, you have 2 spaces out in the driveway. Now, one thing I do want to mention about the driveway that is very important. The driveway does not act as new parking spaces, okay? The driveway does act as a parking space, but you're basically moving your car out from the garage space into the driveway. So what this means is, if you move a car out to the driveway, yes, that spot will be empty in the garage, but it will still be reserved for your car. So if you want to move a car from your driveway back to the garage, it will go into that spot. It won't be a new space. It will still be reserved for that one particular vehicle. It's just, instead of being in the garage, you move it to the driveway, which is very unfortunate. I thought with this DLC, the driveway space would act as a new space, but no, you're just moving your car from the garage to the driveway. But if you want to move it back to the garage, that spot that is now empty in your garage because you moved the car to the driveway will be reserved for that vehicle. So, again, if you move a car from your driveway back to your garage, it will be in that spot. And you can only hold up to 2 cars in your driveway. You can't hold more than 2 cars at a time in your driveway. So, if you want to move a car to your driveway in the mansion, I would be very mindful about what car it is that you choose to move there. don't move a car that you don't feel would belong there. If I were you guys, considering the fact that this is a mansion update, I would consider moving a supercar to your driveway, like I did. You could take a car like the Ignis and do the Super Diamond like I did, or any sort of car that looks like a rich person car. That is the kind of car that I would put in the driveway. Or, if not in the driveway, if you buy a mansion podium, you could always put a car on the podium as well. Now, before I go, let me talk to you guys about the mansion website, which is Pre-Luxury Real Estate. From here, you can choose the 3 different properties as I mentioned. No matter what property you choose, you will still have the same upgrade options. So it really doesn't matter where you decide to be. But the Richmond Villa is actually your most expensive one, which is why if you've done the teaser missions before the update came out, you have a $2 million discount on every mansion. So, for example, this mansion would normally be 12.8. This one is 10.8. The Vinewood residence, I already live there, but I think it would be about 11.8. And this one that would normally be 11.5 is 9.5. And like I said, this is Devin Weston's old mansion. And as I mentioned before, you can actually buy all 3 if you choose to buy all 3. And entirely up to you. But just make sure you have the cash before you decide to buy another one of the mansions. Now, each of the mansions has the same layout, same building design, same layout. The only difference is the backyard has some slight changes to it. But every mansion has the same layout. Now let me talk to you about the mansion features. So, after you choose your mansion property, which we'll just go to mine, make it easier. Or no, we'll go to one of the ones that I haven't bought yet, just to show you. So let's say I wanted to buy the Richmond Villa. The Richmond Villa would be, for me, 10.8 million, with the original price of being 12.8 million. But because I did the missions and I have the $2 million discount, that is what makes it 10.8 million. So let's say I wanted to buy this one. I would go to customize, and you have all these options. You have the tent that you would firstly get for free because you would be buying the mansion brand new. But after you buy the mansion, the tent would be $100,000. But you have cream, you have mint. Okay, there you go. So yeah, this one is free because this is the one that it gives you when you buy the mansion. But you have mint for $100,000. which, as you can see, now I'm at 10.9. You have lavender, and you have pink. So then, after you decide to get a tent, they give you this one for free, which is like a palm tree design. And Steep Drift is acting stupid again. Hold on. Okay. Hold on, guys. Hang on. So this is the free one. Palm tree design. But each of these is another 245,000. So you've got this one, this one, this one, this one, which I don't know why you would want it, because it's literally two zebras humping each other. But as you can see, now it done went up from 10.8 to 11.145. Then you have the additional rooms. So you could add an armory. That's going to be 720,000. The arcade, 950,000. The podium, 650,000. And the vehicle workshop, which again I do not recommend it unless you are a GTA Plus member. That way you can get both of the Benny's Original Motorworks and HSW all from one place without having to go to either Benny's shop or the Los Santos car meet. But if you do decide to buy the vehicle workshop, that's going to cost you 880,000. So for this mansion alone, which is the Richmond Villa, for me, if I were to buy this mansion with all the upgrades in it, it would be from 10.8 million to 14.3 million dollars. So not only do you have that option, but you also have the choice to change your voice for the AI assistant. So, oh, forgot about this part. If you decide to get security is going to cost you another 1.7 million. So in this case, if I wanted to buy the Richmond Villa, it would probably cost me about 16 million. Now for the AI assistant, says always here, always listening, every breath, every pause, every step in the dark, kept forever. AI assistant, a fully integrated AI system, access all your mansions that balances its role as butler, personal assistant, and local entrepreneur. You have 3 different voices to choose from. You have Angel, which this is a fair warning. Whether you have a male character or a female character, she is very seductive.
So good to meet you. I'm Angel. Can I call you Daddy?
As you could see, if you have a male character, she'll call you Daddy. If you have a female character, she'll call you Mommy. Then you have Haviland.
How do you do, sir? I am Haviland.
which is the one that I use at the moment. But when I first got the mansion, I actually did choose Angel because she has very, very funny dialogue. And of course, I'm a man, so you know that seductive voice. It's kind of hot, but anyway. Then you have OG,
What's cracking, homie? It's OG.
which obviously kind of resembles a baller OG. So, in short terms, seductive woman, British dude, and a gangster. So, to each your personal preference, but for the moment, for mine, I have Haviland.
How do you do, sir? I am Haviland.
And the good thing about this is no matter how many times you've changed these, it is absolutely free because it actually comes with the mansion and it comes with a voice already installed in it. So you don't have to pay, unlike the interior or decor items. And yeah, so that's it, guys. That is the tour of my current mansion, which is the Vinewood residence. Like I said, each mansion has the exact same layout. So it has the exact same interior, exact same building design. They all look the exact same. Oh, but I did forget to show you these. So let's say you wanted to buy a mansion. There are 3 different interior options you could choose from. So if we go to decor, you have Los Santos Loft, which is the cheapest one, which if I were you guys, I would not buy that, especially if you have a modern apartment already. If you have a modern apartment already, this will resemble more of a modern apartment than it will a mansion, and it doesn't give it as much class as a rich person would like to have in their mansion. So this would be one that I avoid. But if you do decide to buy it, $399,500. Then you have San Andreas Coastal, which is $497,500. This one is more of a beach house feel. It has soft wood on the table and the shelves, and then you also have rugs, kind of like a bungalow, as well as wood paneling on the wall. It kind of gives you a feel of living out in actual California or in a different country. Kind of give you a feel of being on a beach. And then you have the one that I chose that costs $612,500. This one is the Vinewood Regency. And this one kind of gives a little bit of a Michael safe house vibe. If you played the story mode and you've been to Michael's mansion, this kind of gives it more of like a Michael mansion type of vibe, or like a high baller, like really rich GTA character type of vibe. So yeah, that's a tour of my mansion. Um, I would definitely recommend buying one if you haven't already. There are plenty of activities to do in the mansion, plenty of ground to walk around, and it's a very, very fun space to live in. Yes, there are a few bugs, especially with the Vinewood one, like I have, where, like I said, you're basically dealing with rabbits that want to walk and glitch under your mansion and die because they walk right under, as well as this particular location being a spawn point for mountain lions. So, if you decide to buy the Vinewood residence, be very careful, especially when you go out of the mansion at nighttime, as it can get very, very dangerous because you might have a mountain lion coming to attack you. Now, another cool feature that I want to mention before I leave. Let me just show you guys.
How can I assist you, sir?
Okay, my bad. You don't do it here. Let me go outside. And let's say you didn't feel like driving to a particular location. Let me just go ahead and pick one just so I could show you. Even though the casino's right down the street, I'm just using this as an example. Let's say I wanted to go to the casino, but I didn't want to drive all the way to the casino.
I'm calling Weasel News.
You could then call your AI assistant that comes with the mansion, and you could have an AI powered limo come to you to take you where you gotta go.
Hello, sir. Are you in need of assistance?
Or if you don't feel like taking the limo, you could actually drive yourself with a list of luxury vehicles. Which are these? But I personally like having the limo take me, so then you would just click X on the limo service.
Of course. I shall send a car right away.
The limo service comes right away. Go to the limo, which I don't know why it's all the way over there. But you go to the limo, get in, push X, and then it'll take you to your destination. Now, if you push X, obviously it's going to follow the traffic lights. But, of course, just like the taxis, if you're in a rush, you could click X, and it'll speed up the process. So let's give it a second for the limo to take me to the casino. Which it's probably not gonna spawn me right outside of the casino door. I might have to climb just a little bit, because it usually parks me like right next to a hill. Last time I did this, that's where it put me, so I might have to climb just a little bit. But let's see. Let's give it a minute. So yeah, just like before, I'm gonna have to climb a little bit. But as you can see, hold on. As you can see, the limo did in fact bring me to the casino. So, while I'm here, let me go ahead and do my daily spin real quick, just so I can get that out the way.
Brother, my secret is using other through traffic was backs up for miles. Christ almighty. Man, that freeway's been under construction for like 20 years.
Play around. You're invited to indulge in an elegant, world-class gaming experience.
Now, you can also use the driverless limo to get back from the mansion if you're at a different location. To do this, it would work the same way. You would just pull up your phone, go down to the name of the current assistant that you have for the mansion, whether it's Angel, OG, or Haviland. In this case, for mine, I have Haviland.
evening, sir. What can I help you with?
And then, instead of setting a waypoint before you click limo service, just click X,
There shall be a vehicle with you as soon as possible.
wait on the limo to arrive, get in just like before, and then just click X. Give it a few seconds. Give it a few minutes for the simulation to take place. But as you will eventually see, we will end up right back at my mansion. And there you have it. If you have the limo bring you back to your mansion, it will drop you off right outside the front by the mansion gate. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the in-depth tour of the mansion. In this case, the Vinewood residence, which is my mansion. But as I said, each mansion has the same layout. just minor changes to the backyard depending on which one. This video was made for the people on GTA that might not necessarily have a mansion yet, and they would like to know what the mansion looks like before they buy one. If you already have a mansion, feel free to comment down below which mansion you have and what you think about it. Or, if you don't already have a mansion, leave down in the comments which mansion you think you might end up getting. As always, guys, I appreciate everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Take care and stay blessed. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.